Hello all, welcome to Tactical Safety. Today we are installing a Holosun 407K red dot optic on a Glock 43X MOS. Now I have the exact same gun. This one's not mine. A friend of mine saw mine and she liked it so much that she bought the exact same gun and the exact same optic and wanted it mounted directly to the slide. Now you see right here I'm showing that you can that when the optic is mounted directly on there, it sticks up in the back. That's because of those 4 dimples. The 2 in the front line up, but the 2 in the back don't. And the 2 in the back have to be filed down and filed down carefully. If you have shaky hands, if you are not experienced, do not attempt this at all because you can ruin your slide and you have to spend hundreds of dollars on another one. So right here, we're disassembling the firearm. And of course, we make sure all firearms are unloaded prior to working on them. And this is sped up for the sake of time, using a Dremel tool to file it down and everything. Because that way, when the red dot is mounted directly to the slide, you can co-witness, which means you can utilize your factory iron sights right through the optic if you need to. And of course, in my vise, I have the rubber jaws, as well as I'm using painter's tape to prevent any kind of marring on the slide. And you see we have bare metal exposed there. We're going to take care of that in a minute with a paint marker. That way we don't have to worry about rust over time. Make sure you get a good coat on there. And then we let it dry for a bit. And this next part, this is sped up also, 8x speed. Right here, we are filing down the screws because the screw on the right, it has to be filed down about almost 2 millimeters, because if you don't file it down, then it'll be too long. You won't be able to get it in there tight enough because it'll go right on top of the firing pin in the slide. That's why you have to file it down. And you can't file it down too much because then it won't be long enough to reach the threads. Doing the test fit, as you can see. Now we're reassembling the firearm, just testing it out, just to make sure the red dot is perfectly oriented like it's supposed to be. Yep, it looks good. So now next thing, we're going to install the Shield Arms steel mag release. You always want to use the steel mag release because the Shield Arms mags are steel, and you don't want a polymer mag release on a steel mag because it will wear out that polymer mag release over time. Not right away, but eventually it's going to do that. And the Shield Arms mag release is only about 20-25 bucks anyway, and takes all of 2 minutes to change it out. You see, we disassemble the firearm again, and right here we're taking the rod out that holds the factory mag release in, and now you see we're putting the new one in. And if you don't know, all Glock 4 and 5 generations, you can swap the mag release to the other side. Because all my Glocks that are Gen 4 and 5s, I have my mag release swapped to the other side because I'm a lefty. And this is sped up for the sake of time right here. And we got it in, and now test it out to make sure it's holding the magazine and releasing it like it's supposed to. All that good stuff. Yep, and it functions perfect. So now put her gun up, putting the tools up, and then I'm grabbing my Glock 43X and reloading it and putting it back in the holster. And we're done. So remember to stay armed, stay vigilant, and stay tactical. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.